It's official. I don't have the stomach of steel I thought I had. Piranha 3D is 88 minutes long, and it stars, let's see, Ving Rhames, Elizabeth Shue, Eli Roth, Jerry O'Connell, Stephen R. McQueen, Jessica Soar, Christopher Lloyd, and Richard Dreyfuss make cameos. A lot of people are gonna tell me, why did you walk in and see this movie? You knew it was going to be bad. And, well, all Piranha movies have been bad. There have been B-movie classics. The first one, directed by Joe Dante, produced by Roger Corman, the king of B-movies, I loved. And then James Cameron butchered it even more with Piranha 2: The Spawning. And so, how much worse can it get? This had never been a movie that I have been waiting for, that I wanted to see. This was kind of a very kind of caught in the moment type thing. It was either watch this or just do nothing the entire day. I would rather have done nothing the entire day. It's rated R for sequences of strong, bloody horror violence, gore, graphic nudity, sexual content, and drug use. Now, there's a story behind that. There are two movies out. There's this and The Last Exorcism, another Eli Roth film. I had mixed the ratings up. I thought The Last Exorcism was this, and Piranha 3D was PG-13. I know, it doesn't make sense, but I just totally got it twisted. And it was halfway through the film that the ratings finally got fixed in my head. First of all, when I rate this movie, this is in the lowest expectations, because this is not, it was never intended to, in the making of, be a great film. There was no essence in the minds of any of the people working on this film to even go like halfway to make this great. So when I'm reviewing this, think of it in the lowest possible terms. This goes lower than that. I mean, the lowest of the low, it goes below it. I mean, this movie is beyond horrible. It is a disgrace to cinema. It is just so bad. I mean, they didn't even do the Piranha 3D right. I mean, there are no piranhas. The first hour of the film, the plot is this adolescent boy runs into Jerry O'Connell, who plays a porn director. And he's out there, I think it's spring break, and he's trying to get models to make a movie. And the minute this rolled out, I'm all like, I am in trouble. Should I walk out? I leaned over halfway through the film with the people I was watching it with, and I'm all like, I'd rather be getting murdered by Jeffrey Dahmer right now. You know, the guy in the late 80s, early 90s who drilled holes in people's head and poured acid into it? Yes, I would have rather spent an evening with him than watch this movie. So there are two things I loved about this film. And when I say loved, it's the lowest possible love you can imagine. First of all, in the beginning of the film, Richard Dreyfuss is there, and he is kind of like a very similar reincarnation of his, I think it's Matt Hooper, from his character Matt Hooper from Jaws. Because he's in kind of like a denim jacket, a white t-shirt with a similar hat. And it was kind of like a nice little throwback, because Jaws was kind of like the ocean horror film. You know, it kind of started it all with the sea life attacking people. And that was pretty neat. And he has a little radio, and he's singing "I'm Tired and I Want to Go Home," which is the song him, Robert Shaw, and Roy Scheider sing together in Jaws. So that I giggled at. It was very neat. And this is at the beginning of the film, so I still had hope for it. This is great. A bad grade B horror film that I could just sit back and enjoy. And then it slowly, Jim going down into the bottom of the lake with the piranhas. So does the rest of the movie. And then later on, there's a little cameo with Christopher Lloyd, and that was very awesome to see him back on the big screen again. Unfortunately, had to be in the middle of this movie. So the rest of the film is a mess. Our adolescent boy, I don't even know his name. Yeah, they don't even have him here on IMDb. He goes on this boat with a couple of girls and Jerry O'Connell's character. And piranhas, horror, campiness, it's all not there. It's just Jerry O'Connell and this kid on a boat with girls. And I mean, I'm sitting there going, where are the piranhas? Aren't there supposed to be piranhas here? And then every few seconds there'll be like a 3-second segment of an underwater shot. Kind of like to give us a feel that we're still in a Piranha 3D movie. But now back to the real, spring break. I mean, they don't let up on the fact that it's spring break. Every other shot is that of girls and guys. And the guys are jerks and they're completely morons and they're annoying. And I was rooting for the piranhas. I love these piranhas. Not only did they look cool, and the CGI was pretty cool, but at the end, when they wreak havoc on everyone, I was sitting there laughing my ass off, rooting for them. And so the first hour of the film is the same thing, just music and dancing. And then the last 15 minutes, the piranhas do finally attack. And like I said in the beginning, I thought I had a stomach of steel. I have seen so many horror movies, so many science fiction movies, the Jason films, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. I've seen The Thing, The Blob, It, The Terror from Beyond Space, which really isn't gory. And even not just like in the horror genre, I've seen Saving Private Ryan and Full Metal Jacket. The realistic gore stuff. I have never felt this way. Piranha 3D literally made me nauseous, and I felt sick the rest of the day. There are just some stuff that have to give the movie credit. The gore effects and the blood, top notch. But I just couldn't handle it, and it was just almost... there was like this scene where when the piranhas are attacking in the main climax of the film, this guy takes a boat and he's freaking out and he's just going straight through all these people trying to get out of the water, and all I'll say is that a chick gets her hair caught in the propeller. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm sitting there and I literally like go, oh my god. And I swear there's a family in front of us with 2 kids 9 years of age, and there's a family behind us with 3 kids, like 11, 9, and 8. And then, like, to the right of me, in the row in front of me, there's a guy with, like, his 6-year-old kid. And they are not moving. They're not responding. They're, like, so desensitized. I don't know. I wanted to stand up and shake their hands and say, congratulations, you're raising mass murderers. I mean, the kids weren't responding. The parents weren't responding. And I'm sitting there like, holy crap, this is really crazy. And so I'm going to wrap this up. Basically, in the deepest, darkest pile of trash, this still wouldn't fit in. I mean, this is just the reason why movies shouldn't be made. But you know what? Unfortunately, it breached the 20 million mark, and in the movie industry, if it makes 20 million or more, it can be made. A sequel can be made. So a sequel is being made for this. I'm avoiding it with my life. Um, I can't even rate it. There's no rating system to rate a movie like this. It is -5 out of 5 stars. It's just bad. I recommend nobody see this. So Piranha 3D gets absolutely no love from me. No rating system I think is justified to rate this pile of garbage. Avoid it with your life. Don't make the mistake I did and see it. And more movie reviews will be on the way.